Hi, this is Sandy from Nana's Crafts and More CO, and today we are going to do the daisy wreath. I started with the second row on the Unique in the Creek board, and I actually made most of the ribbon already because I didn't want this to be boring and to be a super long video. I did save one to show you later. Also, this is the center for this wreath. It's really, really pretty, glittery, and has little daisies on it. I really fell in love with it. It did come as a kit, and I'm going to tell you now, so maybe take some notes because this is not live. So the ribbons for this, the purple glitter ones, were cut to 10 inches, and I dovetailed them. And I believe you need 36 pieces. And the daisy ribbon, I also cut to 10 inches, and then they were cut in half. I dovetailed those as well. You don't obviously need 36, you need 36 pieces, but you don't need to cut 36 full strips because you are cutting them in half. So you guys can do the math on that, because right now I don't know, I haven't had my coffee. But let's get started. What I did find easier was to actually, when you scrunch this ribbon up, which I'll show you later, I rubber banded it, and then I put this on and rubber banded it as well. As you can see here, I rubber banded it because it's just easier then to slide into the ties. So let's get started and we'll see what happens. I need my little pliers here because I don't have that much strength. But you slide them in, and I slide them already in past the rubber band so I know that they're insecure. And once I do that, I spread out the bottom ribbon, and then I just make sure that this is laying nicely over the top. And then I'll just like spin this, and I will continue around doing a few, and then I will kind of go back and cut some of these pieces of zip tie off. So like I said, I actually purchased this kit from Monkey's Creations. I can't really tell you if she has any more in stock, but she is always making these beautiful centers. I was just watching her the other day, and she was making another one on a small board, and it was a for like a 4th of July, and it was a 10-inch center. It was beautiful. It was on one of the Unique in the Creek smaller boards, but you only had to do one circle on the small board, and she made a beautiful petal, and I'm probably not going to be able to remember the name of it for you right this second, but I think it was called a daisy petal, but she did it. It was just gorgeous. It didn't take a lot of ribbon, yeah, it didn't take a lot of material. It wasn't a ribbon wreath. It was a mesh wreath. It didn't take a lot of mesh, and she was done in like seconds. It was just that beautiful. And I know she's making more of those 10-inch centers, and some were like blue and white, like the blue background with the stars on it. And there was one that had just a lot of sayings with the flag, and then one was just all flags. So it was really pretty. I'm half tempted to go back to the site and see if she has any more. But I've been purchasing a lot of kits lately, so I do have a lot to do here already before I go making any more purchases. Plus I bought a lot of signs, and I have a sign that says coffee first, because you heard my comment earlier about I didn't have my coffee, and big coffee drinker. I always like to have it first thing in the morning. So you can see I'm just pulling those zip ties and really pulling them hard. I'm trying not to block my light, but yeah, and then I'm just going back, and I have this really handy dandy tool, which I saw Monkey Creations using. It's a cable tie tool, and like the first time you squeeze it, it'll make it tighter if it's not tight already, or else it'll just clip it right off. Oh, it has saved my hands a million times over. So I think I ordered a couple of them and ordered the wrong one like 2 times. So I wasn't happy about that, but I finally got the right one. So on these, there's a first row, and like I said, I started on the second row, and now I'm on the third row, and you will just keep going all the way around. And then if we see we need more, I will have to cut some just daisy strips, because you actually use the entire roll. So be careful when you're measuring the 10 inches, because you are going to use the entire roll of whatever you pick. You can make this out of anything. You can use, as long as you have one solid color and you have like another, you know, patterned, you know, it could be any kind of patterned, like maybe floral. It would be pretty with anything. It could just be another pattern or something. But yeah, it would be beautiful in anything. And then you could just pick another different center. And I could see this, you know, being like almost anything. I mean, it would be beautiful. So yeah, I'm anxious to kind of try. I do have a couple other boards, so I might have to try I got some ribbon here, and I got a really pretty floral ribbon. I might want to try making it with other ribbon. Might just have to buy some glitter ribbon, because I don't really have glitter, and glitter really makes it pop. I know it did for my frog one. I had my, since I'm actually really new, I've only had my shop up since late January, early February maybe. I sold my first wreath the other day. Oh my God, I was so excited. And she actually sent me a picture of where she hung the wreath. And I made a story, and I showed it in my story on my Facebook page, business page. So I was so happy about that. I just couldn't even tell you how excited I was to have my, you know, first sale. That wasn't a relative, because I've had a couple sales that were family, but it's just different when it's not family. And she really liked it. And you know, if you're out there and you're watching and you've had sold stuff that is not, you know, family, and it's your first sale, I know you know the feeling. It's just, you know, when they like your work and it's, you know, appreciated, it's, you know, it's awesome. It's just an awesome feeling. So I feel like Michelle goes way faster than I do at this. I'm also going to turn this into a reel on my Facebook page, and then point them over to, I'm going to post this on YouTube, so if you did want to kind of follow along as to how I did it, or hear like the number of ribbons I cut and how I did that, you can hear that again, because I will post it to my YouTube channel. Yeah, I like this way I did it. It's much faster when you have them banded already. The other way, I think the way Michelle was doing it, she did band it, but she banded them separate. And I think I like it better. Banded it together. So you're not doing like, you do have to do two things, but banding them on top of each other, I like that way better. But you can try, you know, whatever works best for you. This is like what we have so far. It's looking pretty good. Let's keep going around row 4. Starting to get excited about the weather getting warmer, but it seems like one day you get the nice weather and the next day it's snowing, so it's hard to say what's happening. But a lot of people are getting sick, so from the weather going from 50 to 30. Somebody messaged me this morning saying they had strep throat, and I'm like, oh, I do not want to have strep throat. That is not what I want. I remember having it a lot when I was a kid, but man, it must be making a comeback. A lot of things are making a comeback now. It's like, it seems like the COVID and the RSV and everything that's traveling around right now is not helping make anything easier on the American people. All right, let me finish out this row and then I will show you how I put these together. If you made it this far in the video, which I hope you did. If you liked watching, please give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe. Click the bell so you know the next time I upload a video. I really am trying to get to where I can go live. I'm just a chicken right now. I feel like not really good enough to go live yet, but I mean, everybody I think has to start somewhere, right? So maybe I just start. I ordered myself a new light because I feel like I can't really see that good in here. And I want everybody to be able to see actually what I'm doing. I know my first reel, I got a couple of people that have been in the business for a while said, oh, you need to show your wreath. And I think I cut it off too short, so I'm hoping this one is going to turn out better. Uh-oh. See, look at this one come off. That is one thing, though, about when you order the kit. They give you plenty of ties, so you never have to worry about you know, if you don't have ties on hand, you'll have extras. I'm always happy about that because then you can just keep them in your stock. And when you do these, that's the nice thing about setting up your board. You can just get your ties all ready to go. Spread these out. Make sure they're all laying nice. All right, let me show you. I'll put this up for a second. Over here, give me a couple of bands. I will show you how I did this. So, cut at 10 inches, dovetail the ends, found the center, that's why it's folded in half, and then I just folded this in the center, and I kind of folded to make sure that these ends meet up so that they're, you know, kind of even. And then I pinch this and I take the rubber band. And I was always thinking, man, these little rubber bands, they're not going to do anything. But, you know, they stretch pretty good. So I just do it like 3 times. That holds this together. Oops. And I take this, cut these at 10 inches, fold them in half, cut them in half. I dovetail the ends, and then I kind of like use this daisy, at least on this one, as like the center, and I put this right in the center of the other one, like that. And then what I do is I kind of fold it in like an accordion on each side. Like that. I hope you're able to see that. And then again on the other side, I take it and fold it in an accordion. So it ends up looking like that. Then I just grab the other rubber band, go around it 3 times. When my hands want to work, it goes on pretty easy. There we go. And that's when you get that nub, that little nub like this. This is what you want, that nub, so it stays underneath the cable tie. And then I pull out my little ribbon underneath, and I pop out, I usually try and pop out this middle on the daisy. So it should end up looking like this. All right, we'll go back and we will continue finishing the center here and see if we have to add anything else. off. And spread everything out, see where we're at. Alright, let's get these last ones spread out. Uh-oh, slipped out down here. Let's put that back in. Yeah, you really got to kind of make sure that this is all covered. Get that back in, but I want to see. Yeah, we're going to have some holes. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut some more daisy ribbon. Well, I actually have some cut already. So let's see what we got. I think I got 4 here. Alright, let's see. I think this was, yeah, right here it came out. So let me put this back in. Just slipped out of its cable tie. Yeah, I still go by the thing. I watch this 18-year-old boy who is his name is Max, and he always tells you, yeah, if the pros tell you that they don't have issues, yeah, they're lying, because everybody has problems. So I'm just gonna see if I can stick this back in without double. let's see if we can fix up some of the holes we have. Up top. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to double up on our holes up here. So you're going to leave these two middle holes right here open for your center. But what we're going to do is we're going to double up on the holes right here to add in some more of the daisy. Might even add in extra one row down because I can see, I don't know if that's going to actually cover enough for the row below. So we're going to go a little bit crazy here and add a few more. So let me put these in and then I'll figure out if I need to cut additional because I did have a few left over. I don't like how it's spacing out down here. I find it funny that when I see other people do it, they never seem to have this problem. Like Michelle never has this problem. Her stuff always works out perfect. I don't understand why my stuff is always not perfect. But that's okay because I don't mind it looking, or me learning a lesson or having to add a little bit more. It just makes it look a little bit fuller, so I'm okay with that. Alright, I think I gotta get more up here. And I still think I want to put in one more here. And one more here. And I think that will be a lot fuller. And we won't have any real holes showing up because that's what this is about, not really having any holes. I did notice when she made the wreath she had different ribbon, so I don't know if the ribbon was a little wider. But I'm okay with that. So let's see. I don't want this to slip out. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I need 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll have to cut a little bit extra. I am going to try and scrunch this. Maybe I will use the rubber band so I have something for it to hold on to. problems last time. I had to go to felt, and I don't really want to have to do that. So I am going to find my middle, and I am going to scrunch it like I would if it was just going over the purple ribbon. And I am going to make a nub out of it. Okay, then we're going to stick it under this first one. Well, let me kind of fluff this out a little. Oh, don't forget, dovetail your end. Very important. Almost forgot. Okay, I'm going to stick it into here. Make sure it's tight because you're going across a larger section. See how this is a lot wider right there from here to there, so you got to make sure you pull that tight. And I'll count on this to kind of help me make sure it's tighter. That's always, oh, that's good. Alright, and then we will make sure that we just take this and come over that. See how that gives us a lot more coverage? Which is exactly what we were looking for. Alright. I like when we have that show up, so that's good. I'll cut this off, it's a little ragged. And again, I'll just like find my center, and then I'll come up and down. You kind of struggle over if you have part of that material, that daisy. It's kind of stiff, of stiffer fabric, but yeah, you manage to get over it. All right, now we're going to go right into this one so we can cover that part up. Like this. Oh yeah, see, you got much better coverage there already. You're not seeing a lot of holes. This is fitting in there really nice. When this, there, see how much better this looks. No holes, really nice, laying nice, perfect. Alright, let's see what's going on over here. Alright, let's put one in here. Okay. you'll be able to see me. I don't know if everybody knows how to do this if you're not watching for the first time. So this is dovetailing. Just cut it at the angle and it turns out like that. Sorry if I haven't been showing you that. Really liking this extra coverage. All right, one more, then I'm gonna have to cut another strip. This one's nice because it's right in the middle of a petal, so that was my center. All right, I gotta cut another couple of pieces. This is giving great coverage, so you'll see the difference already, like when I put this on in the center. So that's it's covering this side. Still we have holes, so let me cut a few more pieces of ribbon. Thought I had a little bit more, but that's okay. in half. Same. Look at there. Came out good. I could dovetail my hate when that metal sticks out. I feel like it's gonna stick somebody. Alright, let me just cut this in half. Alright. Now we can finish this up and get to the end. If you made it this long, thank you for sticking with me. I appreciate it. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a heart. Because I always preach, if you can choose anything in the world, choose kindness. It's kind of like my motto. Or if you want to go by my logo, send me a little sunflower. I love sunflowers. I just appreciate you that you joined me. Oops, don't pull it out. I guess the most important thing is if you love what you're doing. And I do. Finally. I'm recently retired, so I had a business maybe about 15 years ago, and then my grandchildren came along and I wanted to spend time with them. And now they're getting a little older. And I do have one that comes over tonight, and she spends the night, and oh, she's so smart. She helps me with a lot of things. I mean, I kind of have to laugh that my 10-year-old granddaughter helps me with so much. I just didn't think I was going to need that much help, because I don't feel like I'm that old, but yep, she does, and I appreciate her very much. She's my BFF. And she really likes to make slime. So sometimes when I'm working up here, she'll come up here and she'll make some slime. And that may actually go out into my Etsy account. I think she made 3 already. I think I just need to clean up the jars for her. Because, you know, she's only 10, so she's not quite business savvy yet. But I gotta remind her, you know. You can't send it out if it doesn't look real good. So, but she named them and scented them. So I'm gonna throw them out my account and see what happens. I asked her how much scented slime sells for. She says some people are selling them. Most companies sell them for like $13 for the same size jar she made. And I'm like, well, maybe we'll try putting them out there for, you know, $8. I mean, we still had to buy the supplies, and she still had to make it, even though she has fun making it. So she's a good girl. Just trying to teach her some business sense, because I wish somebody would have taught me some when I was younger, in my earlier days. Then I'd be better off, more savvy than probably I am now. But that's okay. That's what life's about, right? You learn something new every day. And I like learning, so that works. All right, well, let's see what we got. I think we have awesome coverage. What do you guys think? Thinking that that's looking really good. Good? You think? thinking that's looking pretty awesome. All right, let's put that center on. Then we can be done. All right, so when you put the center on, you don't want to pull it too tight. You just want to get it tight enough that, you know, it kind of stays. So I'm just going to pull on it a little bit and give it some twists. Then I'm going to cut it. Well, I'm going to go just maybe one more. Then I'm going to cut that off. I am going to stick it right back in to that same hole. And then, as you can see, there's nothing here that's going to scratch the door. I already put this on the hanger. So you can always go back around, because you see how some of these are like not sticking out together. You can go back around and fix those. But I always wait till like just before I'm ready to sell it. But here you go, the daisy wreath. I think it looks really pretty. Like I said, I think you can try it with any material, but this is what we have. So thank you for joining me. I will post this video on my YouTube account. Look for me under Nana's Crafts and More. And until we meet again, if you can be anything, be kind. Bye.